Bro, did you get your car keys?
It's right here.
What?
Yeah, bro. My phone's my key. Works with Bluetooth.
Dude, what if your battery dies?
Well, if your battery dies, you could use the Tesla key card.
Oh, how does that work?
It's like a hotel key card. You just tap it on the B pillar and on the center console and you're good to go.
Okay, that's pretty cool. But what if I want a key fob?
Well, there's one for $150 if you really want it.
Wait, so what else can this magic card do?
You don't need to be a Jedi to summon it.
Wait. You're telling me you could call the car here?
Yes, I actually called the car with my phone.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, ultra luxury cars can't even do that.
It's crazy, right?
Now you're gonna tell me you could browse the web on the screen? Yeah, it even has dedicated apps like YouTube, Netflix, Twitch, and Hulu, and it has over a dozen games you can play too. Are you serious? Mm-hmm. So here are things about Tesla's Autopilot. What does that actually do? Yeah, Autopilot is kind of like a very advanced cruise control. So you set a certain speed, it stays in the same lane, it keeps that speed. If the car in front slows down, your car slows down. There's no minimum speed to activate it, and it makes your commute way easier. Do I have to pay attention when Autopilot's on? So you do have to hold the steering wheel and pay attention, but they're working towards full self-driving where you won't need to if you do get the full self-driving package. But everything is getting better in the car all the time. Wait, what do you mean it gets better over time? So Tesla sends updates over the air, OTA, and it notifies you, and all you have to do is click install. Huh? It's kind of like your phone updates, right? You just get a notification, you click install, and then it improves existing features or adds new ones. Can you give me some examples of new features? Well, the list is really long, so I'll just name a few since I've received the car. They added dash cam with existing Autopilot cameras, which records video on all four sides of the car. You can leave this enabled while it's parked. That's called Sentry mode. Wow, that sounds really useful. They added one pedal driving. They made my car faster twice with 2 firmware updates. They added dedicated apps like YouTube, Netflix, Twitch, and Hulu. Have traffic lights now that you could see, so they're working towards full self-driving. Now the car stops at stop signs and at red lights and stuff. A whole bunch, and they're gonna add a whole bunch more. This thing must be expensive then, right? What is it, like 100K or something? Actually, the Model 3 starts at $38,000 brand new and includes most of the features I mentioned. Wow. Mm-hmm. Is this thing fast? Absolutely. Let me demonstrate. Bro, man, this thing's like a roller coaster, man. Fast is an understatement. Okay, let's get to the serious topics now. What about range? What's the range on this thing? This one goes around 300 miles, but it really depends on the model you get. They range between like 250 to 400 miles of range. Well, how long does it take to charge at home? It really depends, right? How long does it take to charge your cell phone? You know, it depends what battery percentage it's at, right? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so for a full 0 to 100% charge, you're looking at about 10 hours or so. My charges are typically 2 to 3 hours because when I get home, I just plug in. And then when I leave, it's just fully charged. So I'm not really thinking like, oh, how long is this gonna take? I didn't really think about it that way. That actually makes sense. Let's put this in terms of internal combustion engine cars, right? Imagine waking up to a full tank of gas every single morning and not needing to go to a gas station except for road trips. That's gonna save me a lot of time. Mm-hmm. Okay, what about road trips? Can I take this thing on a road trip? Tesla actually has a whole bunch of superchargers along routes, and they're constantly adding more. Now there's 3 different versions of that, but typically a charge takes about 45 minutes or so. That's not bad. Stretch your legs, watch a movie or something, play a game. Mm-hmm. Is it cheaper than getting gas? Typically much cheaper, right? But it really depends on the region, because some places gas costs more or electricity costs more or less or whatever. But comparing this to an equivalent performance car, it's gonna cost at least 4 times less. Okay. So if you were spending $400 a month on gas on a performance car, this is gonna cost you around $100 to cover the same distance. Okay, so let's say I drive 12,000 miles a year. What's my electricity bill gonna look like? Yeah, it depends on the region, but it'll cost you around $50 a month or so. Wow, that's actually quite some savings there. Well, what about maintenance? Yeah, maintenance typically costs less because you have a lot less moving parts. You know, you don't have those typical oil changes, spark plugs, or anything like that. So for example, the brake pads last just about the life of the car because you don't even really use it because you're using regen braking to charge up the battery. Bro, I'm sold. But one thing's been bothering me though. What's that? You look familiar. Hey, what's up guys? If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you to all my current subscribers.